On today's episode on WarpDriveM, we have a new car in the garage. We have now in the garage a BMW 3 Series E91 because the combi is a station wagon. This one is in perfect shape, as you can see, everything is fine, and it has a few options like ACC, adaptive cruise control, xenon lights. I think is nothing to say about this one because it's in really good shape. On this one we just have to make a few service items like the brake fluid we have to replace, some filters and other stuff. And that's why I've said in the last episode I'm not really sure if I'm going to make a video out of this one, but I'm gonna show you the state of the car, and I'm gonna show you a few repairs that I'm going to do. On the inside we have a tan interior or a beige interior. I'm pretty sure that most of you don't like this color, but I really like the color because here in Germany everything is black on black. So this one looks amazing and it's clean. The seats are looking perfect. We have a panoramic sunroof. And I'm not really sure if I've told you this one. Oh, this is the key from 7 Series. Okay, my bad. I'm not sure if I've told you, this one is a 325i, and as you can see we have a warning for a service, and if we go on the menu, just a second, info, source, service, you can see in here we have to replace the brake fluid, spark plugs and the microfilter. There is a few kilometers left, but the month and the year is passed by, so we have to replace those. So that's why I said I'm not really sure if we are going to, or I'm going to make a video about this one. But let's make a few repairs. Let's start with the brake fluid and we go from there. On the engine bay everything seems to be dry and clean, no leaks whatsoever. This is how I like the engine bays to look like. So this one looks pretty damn good. As you can see, under the intake we don't have any kind of oil. The car runs perfect. Now let's see what kind of brake fluid we have in here, if it's old or really old. We have some color in there, so let's start by taking the old fluid out. Okay, I'm going to take a rag to put it in there because I don't want to spill anything, and we are going to take all the old fluid from here out. We are going to pour new fluid and we are going to start airing all the wheels, starting with this one. So let's do that. This is the setup. In order to replace the brake fluid, you will need new brake fluid for sure, and you have to remove the cover. You have to take the old fluid out, put it in something. You have to fill the tank on this machine that is going to push new fluid through the system. Cap this here, and you have to make pressure approximately till 1 bar, but not above. And maybe you can see in here how the new fluid goes in. Okay, we build pressure. Oops. And now we are going to remove each wheel one at a time. We have a new cup in here. We are going to take the wheel out. We are going to start removing the air breather on the caliper, and we are going to repeat the process on all 4 wheels. And after that we are going to reset the ABS pump, And pretty much that's about it. I'm going to put a link in the corner to see how to do this properly, step by step, because I have already a video about this, and I'm gonna catch you when I'm done. Apparently there is a lot of bad stuff in here. I just took one sample and check this out. It's kind of old. Yep. So I'm going to continue doing this, but I've a little bit changed my mind because I want to park the car on the inspection pit and I don't have to take the wheels out. It's going to work way faster. We are done with the brake fluid, with the replacement. I scanned the whole car and we have some errors, and I thought this one doesn't have anything. Let's start with this one because we worked in here. We have a present code. Oh yeah, brake fluid level too low because I took the cap off, and for sure I had the ignition on. Okay. And in transfer box, oh, by the way, this one is 325i X drive. Let's see what we have in here. And the battery is a little bit too low. Oil wear, so we have to replace that as well. On the engine, let's see what we have on the engine. Absent, absent, and present. Electric coolant pump missing, the information from that. And this one is an electrical water pump. Maybe the water pump bad. Okay, we can check that. And some, oh yeah, 11 faults on the footwell module. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, left side marker lamp faulty, right side marker, but all of these are absent codes, so we can delete everything. Trailer module, okay, for sure are the same related with this one. And that's about it. Yep. Now I'm going to delete all the codes. I'm going to scan once again the car to see what's coming back or not, and we can know for sure from what we are starting, or from where we are starting. The water pump error is not that good because this one is an electrical water pump and it's a pain in the ass to replace that. But we are going to see, like I said, delete everything and rescan. This is just an update. I had to take the 3 Series out from here because I think the 7 Series is sold and the new owner wanted to fix some stuff, and I'm gonna show what I fixed for the new owner. What I've oops, it's closed, just a second. I've took out the beep from the alarm because every time you were locking and unlocking the car was beeping, so I took that sound out. I fixed this shade on this side because on the other side was working, but this one was out of its place, so I fixed that. I replaced the fuel filter once again. If you want to see that video when I replaced the fuel filter on this one, you can see that in here. I had a fuel filter for a 5 Series E39 on stock and I replaced with that. It's the same function but the shape was different, so I replaced now with an original one for this one. And I think the car is fixed now. I've cleaned the interior a little bit. The new owner already tested the car, drove the car, everything is fine, we have a deal. I fixed, like I said, all these parts, and yep, last time when we see the 7 Series.